Hello, dear listeners. Just a quick note to let you know that this episode, excitingly, is our first ever fully video episode. So you can watch us talk nonsense as well as listen to us talk nonsense. And obviously, with this episode being a watch along, it makes a lot of sense to watch along with it. So please do check the video out on YouTube. I'm hoping it's going to be a video format on Spotify as well, but I'm not sure about that. But yes, definitely look out for the YouTube edit and watch along with the episode. Hello and welcome to It'll Be Alright in the 90s, the podcast that routinely resurrects 90s relics which you didn't know needed resurrecting, and let's be honest, didn't need resurrecting. I'm your host, Alex Greenwood. This stupid Google Docs thing. It's so annoying, just text just disappears, even though it's there. I'm your host, Alex Greenwood, and next to me at the dual controls in the passenger seat, it's Stu Jocelyn. How are you, Stu?
I'm going to insist you leave that in because that was just like Maureen losing a call then.
Well, now I've got to leave it in because you just said that, haven't you? You've taken my options away from me.
I'm fine, thanks, mate. I'm sorry to have scuttled the episode so early. I'm sorry about that. Very much looking forward to it. Lovely to be back with you. We're talking driving school this time.
Mm-hmm. Can you believe it? We have got to that point in the barrel scraping where we're doing a whole episode on BBC's late 90s reality TV program Driving School. But you know, we're both watching the first episode again for the first time since it aired, so we don't know what we're going to find. It could be content gold, or it could be one straight for the cutting room floor. We'll find out.
Yes, listeners, much like one of Maureen's many driving tests, it's going to be a voyage into the unknown for us as well as you. But we'll see how we get on. I think it's going to be fun.
Before that, today's episode sponsor is Jif Cleaning Products. If you're struggling with scrubbing stubborn stains and wish it could all just be a little bit easier, then make the most of this offer. Quote the code ALLRIGHT90s at any participating retailer and get 20 pence off the label price of a 50 milliliter bottle of Jif Cream Cleaner. Kiss goodbye to your kitchen and bathroom woes, courtesy of It'll Be Alright in the 90s and this episode's sponsor, Jif. Perfectly effortless results.
Oh, fantastic to have such a big household cleaning product name as Jif on board. The name change to Sif, that was just to bring it in line with the rest of Europe, wasn't it? I think dear old Blighty was the only territory that knew it as Jif, I think.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, I was looking it up online and apparently it had different names all over the place. We weren't the only GIF actually, but maybe at that point we were. We were lagging behind. It's the sort of thing that I actually I don't want to go into politics. It just the blue passport thing just came into my mind then.
Mm-hmm.
The sort of thing certain people are fighting for tooth and nail.
That's a subject that is best left in the lounge bar of the lodge. We've spoken about this before. You know how you can get. Let's leave it. Let's head down to the lodge later. We'll hug it out there, okay?
Time now for the bulletin board, and I think we've got a few things in the mailbag today, haven't we, Stu?
We certainly have. We've had some lovely correspondence on our Red Hot Chili Peppers episode, which we will get to in a moment. But first, a couple of submissions on What's the Most 90s Sound from a few weeks ago. Brother of the pod, Adam Greenwood, says, the BBC Two ident is so good, it's like ASMR before ASMR was a thing. I really think he's hit the nail on the head there, hasn't he?
Absolutely, yeah. It's real chill out vibes. If you just put that on a loop and have a lie down in a dark room, it's brilliant.
There isn't even any need to watch Gardener's World, is there? You can just have the ident on repeat.
Yeah, I suppose there is a slight tension when you listen to it that you keep expecting the Simpsons theme tune or the Red Dwarf theme tune to come on, but it never does. So maybe it's not actually perfect for chilling out.
And legend of the pod, Hannah Kelly says, great episode, guys. I used to want to be a radio DJ for a little while when I was younger, so I'd spend my evenings after school sat in the cupboard under the stairs for quiet and privacy with my double cassette player balanced on the upturned laundry basket and record songs off the radio. It took a long time as I'd wait for songs I liked, and it was such a skill to start recording and stop at the right time. I must have learnt about that bump sound Stu talks about as I definitely paused in between. Perfect DJ training, right? I think one of the most 90s sounds is definitely a cassette tape being loaded into the player. Absolutely brilliant, Hannah. I spent a lot of time doing that as well. I had a one of those old-fashioned cassette players. I had a little microphone built in the top. It was a sort of oblong thing. Do you know the sort of thing I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
And it had a microphone, so you could record directly onto the cassette using the built-in microphone. I used to love doing that. I do have a question about being sat in the cupboard under the stairs and getting good enough FM reception to be able to record songs off the radio. You must have been in a strong reception area, Hannah, I have to say.
I believe this was the Greater Fishponds area in Bristol, which is
Ah,
an absolute hotspot for good, um, radio connection. I may be wrong about that. Hannah Kelly may well get in touch with me privately there and admonish me for putting her in the Fishponds area, but it was certainly Bristol.
you're right underneath the GWR transmitter there, aren't you? The Black Thunders must have been rolling around all the time.
That's true. Yeah, that is true. Like a roving, intimidating gang just up and down Gloucester Road. But it's interesting that Hannah thought that was like she was being a form of DJ by taping off the radio, as though that's what DJs do. They just sort of steal music from places and make their own mixtapes, as opposed to what it was in reality, which is just common or garden theft, really.
Well, Hannah, can we ask for a clarification? First of all, on the strength of your signal, and secondly, were you recording your own sort of links in between the songs on the tape? Because we'd love to know about that as well. If you were doing that, that would really be perfect DJ
Yeah,
training.
absolutely. Yeah, I would love to hear some clips of that if that's the case.
Yet another listener who I feel is angling for a job on this show by telling us how great a performer they are in terms of broadcast media.
Well, we can add it to the list, can't we? On now to the aforementioned Chili Peppers correspondence. So this is from friend of the pod and official teenage diarist of the pod. She passed our request for correspondence on the Chili Peppers to her sister-in-law Anjani, and Anjani says one of my favorite bands ever, which is insane because I'm a soulful music kind of gal, but it has something to do with and now this is a word I don't understand. I'm not quite sure if this is an autocorrect thing. But Anjani says, I'm a soulful music kind of gal, but it's something to do with the Pleiades in Californication. I mean, there's a lot going on underneath their whimsy and melodious melodies. Always look under the bonnet because that's where all the juice is. So I'm not sure exactly what that means there, but thank you for sending in your message anyway. Clearly a fan, despite it not being your genre, as it were, which I suppose is just the power of that band and that album in particular, Californication. Um, and Teresa herself says, also, we saw them live in Sydney, Australia, in 2002. So this would have been the By the Way era, wouldn't it?
Hmm.
And Stu Joslin may be excited to know, in a 6 degrees of separation way, that before the gig, we saw Anthony Kiedis out and about around the venue, and he gave us a wave. I don't remember that myself, so thanks to at Things Found and Made. This is another friend on Instagram for the memory. And he also tells me that Papa Roach supported Stu. I will be sure to wave at you when we record to take that episode so you can say that you've been waved at by someone who Anthony Kiedis waved at. This is obviously a reference to the future episode that Stu and Teresa will be recording on Take That. But there's a degree of separation there, Stu, between you and Anthony Kiedis. So I'm sure that's a real buzz for you.
It really is. Yeah, I was really pleased when that comment came through that there's only two waves between Anthony Kiedis and me when we get round to do the Take That episode. Something I'm very much looking forward to. You must let us know when you're going on holiday so that we can plan that in. By the way, it's not in the planner on the bulletin board yet when your summer holiday is going to be. So can you just let us know because we are quite keen to get that going.
Okay, okay.
A couple of things spring to mind listening to that missive from Teresa. First of all, Chili Peppers supported by Papa Roach. Is that something you would have been as interested in as I was when the Stereophonics supported the Chili Peppers?
Not quite to that level. That would have had to be in Limp Bizkit, I think. But I would have definitely been up for seeing Papa Roach, especially around 2002 when they were at their peak.
And also, an apology, I think, is due to everybody who wrote in with their correspondence on the Red Hot Chili Peppers before we recorded the episode, like we asked them to, for us then not to read it out when we recorded the episode, despite the fact that we already had it. Here we are, one episode on, reading out all the backed up correspondence. So
Yeah,
I do apologise. You never let us down. We always let you down. That's the dynamic here.
yeah, it's not great, is it? And finally, on the Chili Peppers, actually, this is from Adam J. Fisher, friend of the pod. and he says, "I'm late to the party, but well, not as late as us, Adam. So don't worry." Um, but Woodstock '99 headlining has got to be mentioned. Actually, you did mention it, didn't you, Stu? Give the podcast 99 a whirl. They go through each set in immaculate details. I think it's called Podcast 99. So I will be checking that out because I would love to know more details about Woodstock '99 and all the sort of goings on and drama and unpleasantness went on there. So thanks for the recommendation.
Well, my thoughts on Woodstock 99 are well publicised. I will be giving that podcast a swerve. But thanks, Adam, for the recommendation in any case. I do actually have a message from wife of the pod, Beth, on the Red Hot Chili Peppers. She simply asked me to report the following: Red Hot Chili Peppers, Red Hot Silly Peppers, more like.
That's classic wife of the pod. That is
I think
absolutely
you'll agree it's
classic.
classic wife of the pod
Yeah,
material.
yeah.
Chili Peppers on The Simpsons. We never got around to mentioning that, did we? That was a bit of
No,
an oversight.
massive oversight from us. Yeah, it's in the episode. Remind me what episode it is actually, Stu?
It's Krusty Gets Cancelled, last episode of the fourth season, I think. We definitely discussed it when we did our episode on that season of The Simpsons with Max Goff. I think another one of those is due, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Need to get in touch with Max's people, get him back on the show. But yes, the episode where Krusty gets cancelled, replaced by Gabbo, and Bart and Lisa put together an all-star show in order to give Krusty the comeback special he deserves. Chili Peppers are a big part of that, and it's probably Eric Marshall's biggest profile appearance as a member of the Red Hot Chili Peppers during his brief time in the band in the aftermath of John Frusciante's departure.
One little thing from that moment in The Simpsons I also want to point out is there's a bit where they all come back into the bar, into Moe's bar, and they all saying, "Hi Mo," and then Flea screams, "Hey Mo," I think.
Yeah.
But in recording it, he obviously had to back off from the microphone because he shouts it out, and it's a really rare. I can't think of any other examples in The Simpsons where it sounds like he's in the background because he's clearly quite far away from the mic. We'll play in a clip here, but it's just a funny little thing that I like.
What's up, Mo?
Hey, Mo! Hey, you can't come in here dressed like that.
I do have a couple of things pinned up on the bulletin board this time. First of all, an update on the Subbuteo squads situation. I've given this some thought, and for anyone who would like me to send them some Subbuteo squads cards directly from the office, I'll put together a little team for you. So I'll send you 11 cards. Give me a formation, 4-4-2, 3-5-2, whatever you like, and I will give you a hand-picked team of spare Subbuteo squads cards. So just bear that in mind if you're thinking about it. Get your requests in there because these are sure to fly out of the office doors as soon as people start picking up on this. I've got something else as well from the care package that Stu Zanoni sent us through on the last episode. Yeah. I've got something here from issue 41 of Sported, the All Sports magazine. March the 26th, 1998. Just £1 in your local newsagent. You might remember I trailed Johnny Herbert's Guide to the F1 Drivers. Top Brit tells all about his rivals, it says here on the front cover.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought you might be interested in Johnny's opinion on some of his 1998 stablemates.
Yeah, absolutely.
Would you be interested in this? Okay, so Johnny says of Mika Hakkinen, Mika's not very approachable. That's his opinion on Mika Hakkinen.
Okay.
Damon Hill is F1's golden oldie. One day you'll walk up to him and he's not really there, not in a talkative mood, but the next day he'll be very chatty. He's moody, but he's a nice guy. John O'Lacey, he's a nice guy. His family is from Sicily and sometimes he comes out very fiery. He's thrown his dummy out of the pram from time to time. He probably hasn't done as well as people expected, but he has won one Grand Prix. His biggest problem is his moods. That's Johnny Herbert on Jean Lacey. Ralph Schumacher. Ralph is a typical arrogant German who's overconfident because he's the brother of Michael. He's never done himself any favours with me.
Wow, this is surprisingly open.
I know,
this.
right? I know.
Yeah.
Do you want to know what he thinks about Heinz Harold Frentzen?
Well, I dare to think, but go on.
Heinz is very difficult to get to know. He's not the sort of guy you go out for dinner with. It's difficult to get a conversation going with him. His biggest fault would be his mood swings. Another moody F1 driver.
Everyone seems to be moody. Maybe it's just something about you, Johnny.
This is probably my favourite one, Eddie Irvine. I think I might have to read this one out in its entirety, so strap yourself in. Eddie basically doesn't care about anything or anybody. He never admits his mistakes, it's always someone else's fault. He never thinks he's to blame for anything, which riles me. You can go out with him and he goes over the top. He doesn't know when to stop. He's got a plane now and he tries to be a bit of a playboy. Driving for a Ferrari, he likes the image. In racing, it's probably not a bad thing to not care about anyone, but in some ways it can be destructive to him and others, particularly Ferrari. He's harmed himself by saying things he shouldn't have.
Wow.
Big beef with Eddie Irvine there.
Yeah.
And finally, well, his opinion on Michael Schumacher, much the same as his brother, really. Very German attitude, which comes across as supremely arrogant. He's very selfish. He showed that in Spain last year when he tried to take Jacques out. He'll do anything to win.
And when he did, let's not forget, Johnny.
You cannot slag off Michael Schumacher on this podcast.
No.
Even from the pages of a 28-year-old magazine, it can't be done. Do you want to know what Johnny Herbert thinks of himself?
Go on there, yeah.
I'm very laid back. I'm a happy sort of guy, but that's my way of handling pressure.
Well, okay. Everyone else is moody and he's very laid back. Interesting.
Yeah, funny that, isn't it? Funny.
Yeah.
Another couple of things from this comic. We will get these up on the pod Instagram because this is helpful for. Do you remember my What's the Most 90s cosmetic product from a couple of episodes ago?
Yeah, Clear Cell.
And I was talking about the print adverts that I remembered so fondly.
Yeah.
There it is.
Ah, beautiful.
It's imported there, and that's exactly as I remembered it. The two lads looking in the mirror.
Yeah.
One of them having pre-treated themselves with Clearasil. And it's also lovely to see, I think they've been on the podcast before, mentioned on the podcast before, full page advert for Arrow sport shoes.
Oh, lovely. Yeah.
Absolutely fantastic.
Brilliant.
And just to top it off, very nice minimalistic advert for supercharged Kellogg's Frosties on the rear cover.
Oh, great.
So thanks to Stu for sending that in. There's plenty more to be going through in that little archive of magazines he sent us. So I'll let you know when I come across something else. But I don't think we're going to be able to top Johnny Herbert's view on his 1998 F1 classmates. That was really, really funny.
He sounds like a great guest to get on the pod. I'd love to have like a whole hour of that. So if you're listening, Johnny, or anyone who knows you,
we'll read out every one of those in turn and see if your opinion's mellowed over the last 28 years or not. Probably not, I'm guessing. No time for What's the Most 90s this week because we've got Maureen waiting for us in the forecourt. So I will tell you a quick anecdote and we'll have a little quiz. Alex, I know I normally give you a list of anecdote titles to pick from, but I was reminded of something the other day by legend of the pod, Glyn, that I really must tell you about, and I can't believe it's taken me so long to mention this. But would you like to hear about what happened when I walked from Corsham to Chippenham with the Beavers?
Yes, I would. Yes, please.
So Beavers was the only stage of the Scout organisation that I ever joined, and I went because my best friend Matt Coe started going, and he would always come into school on a Wednesday telling me about how much fun he'd had on the Tuesday night down at Corsham Town Hall. So I had a word with Glyn and Gina, and I was duly signed up, and I started going down to Beavers with Matt. What I remember most about these sessions is that there was a pub next door to the town hall called the Pack Horse. It's now called the Flemish Weaver. And you really used to like playing the bill at the time, and Matt would normally play along with me. And every time we came out of the town hall, I would like to go into the little sort of foyer bit of the Pack Horse. So wouldn't actually go into the pub, but we'd go through the front door into the sort of little porch foyer bit, and then come out and pretend that we were two CID officers that had just come out of the pub. And it was like the start of part 2 in my mind of the bill.
Yeah.
So presumably they'd gone in at the end of the first part, and then they would come out of the pub having had, 3 or 4 lunchtime pints, as police officers were wont to do in those days, and then they'd get on with their business. So fond memories of Beavers. But part of the sort of passing out parade and going from Beavers onto the next stage, which was Cubs, was some sort of endurance test. I mean, obviously very gentle for 7-8-year-olds, what we were at the time. And that took the shape of a walk between Corsham Court across the fields that run adjacent to Chequers Hill. If you're driving between Corsham and Chippenham, you can see those lovely fields where there are sheep grazing and people walk their dogs and things like that. And you can walk all along those fields. You can follow them all the way into Chippenham. And the idea was that we would walk all the way there and catch a bus back then up the hill to Corsham.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so far so good, except on the Saturday morning that this was supposed to take place and all my friends from Beavers were going, I was ill. So my parents didn't send me, and I couldn't take part in this walk. Our troop leader was an older lady who went by the name of Armeek, who actually lived around the corner from me and my parents, so I used to see her quite a lot. And she agreed, when I'd got better, that she would do the walk again, just with me, a couple of weeks later, so that I could catch up and I could say that I'd done it as well and get my little badge and everything. And We did that. I agreed to do that. So we went off, we met up. I think my dad took me down to Caution Court. We set off, and everything was going fine until Armik decided that she wanted to scrape her walking boots on a railway sleeper that was in one of these fields. Presumably, it had been put there for that exact purpose. And I don't have a great memory of what happened next. But what did happen next was that she attempted to scrape her boots on this railway sleeper or plank or whatever it was, lost her footing, slipped, fell over, blacked out, and broke her wrist.
Blimey. This is like a real test for a young beaver trying to graduate.
And she sort of sat down for a while, and I think I was saying, "Oh, you okay?" Things like that, things that an 8-year-old would say when they realise that something's gone wrong, and an adult in an authority position has fallen over, something's happened to them. And she said, "Yes, I'm okay." And we sat there for a couple of minutes, and we went on to the bus stop, but then we went past the bus stop, so we finished the walk. And I remember we headed straight for the Sainsbury's supermarket next to the bus stop, where she then bought herself a triangular bandage and some painkillers. And then we went to wait for the bus. And we caught the bus back up the hill. And my dad came down to meet me and bring me back, take me out of Armik's care. And he sort of realised the gravity of what had happened and was asking questions like, what happened? Do you want me to take you to hospital? Are you okay? Because obviously I wouldn't have been able to do that. And to my recollection, she said, no, I'm fine. I'll take myself off. And she went off and had it sorted out. And the next Beavers meet that midweek, she was there in a sling and a cast.
Blimey.
But that's fortitude for you, to carry on to finish this walk, because I don't remember her having a mobile phone or anything. There would have been no way that we could have called for help if anything had gone more wrong than that. There's no way we could have called for help.
No.
So in some ways, we're lucky that it stopped there.
Yeah, if she'd properly passed out or banged head or something, you would have had to sling her on your shoulders and carry her all the way down to Great Mills and find help.
I could have thrown her in the back of one of those little pickup trucks you used to be able to hire if you bought something bulky from Great Mills.
Oh yeah,
driven a back up Chequers Hill. Is that right, or have I misremembered that?
I don't remember.
Could you hire a small pickup truck from Great Mills?
I don't remember that at all. That seems like quite a big deal if you could.
Maybe they were just their own delivery vehicles. I don't know. If you ever hired a small pickup truck from Great Mills, do let us know. But yeah, that's the story of Armik, the esteemed leader of the Beavers, breaking her arm during our unaccompanied, otherwise cautioned trip and walk, and how she managed to deal with it afterwards.
Is that what finished you off in the Scout Pyramid? You thought, well, I can't get beyond this now.
I remember going to a couple of Cubs meetings, but the leader of the Cubs was an older bloke who shouted too much for my liking.
Yeah.
And I didn't really like him, and I said, you know what, I want to stop now.
Yeah, fair enough. Time now then for a quick quiz before we move on to driving school. Stu, I don't think you're doing that well. Let me just get up the scores again.
I think I'm on 33% still, aren't I?
I think you are.
Did have a message from regular contributor to the pod, Alex Mitchell, the last time we did one of these quizzes. He said that he got the question about the setting for the mummy correct. So he actually beat me on that quiz, because I think he got Damien Hirst as well. So yeah, he beat me on that one.
That's very impressive, because that was a really tough question.
He said it was one of the first movies he ever owned on DVD, so he watched it a lot.
Okay, fair enough. Right then, the usual round, Stu. We've got fashion and trends, film, and we have music. Which one would you like to start with?
I'll take them in that order as per usual, please.
Okay.
And can we not forget to put in the bed music before we start this time, please?
Sorry, I had forgotten. So that's going on now.
And I want all the usual, correct answer, wrong answer noises, all that. Otherwise, it's not worth doing.
Clearly, you're not the one editing this episode with all these demands. Right, okay, here we go. Fashion and trends. What unpopular tax was introduced to England and Wales in 1990?
Poll tax?
Correct.
How is that fashion and trends? I know we've been through this before, but poll tax?
Everyone's favourite fashion.
Nelson Mandela and poll tax. Unbelievable. Where'd you get these things from?
Right, on to film. You're doing well. You're 1 for 1 so far, which I think you might have been in before.
I've been in this position before and it's gone wrong. So
Yeah.
let's try and improve.
Right then. In Dumb and Dumber, which city do Harry and Lloyd travel to in order to return a briefcase?
Oh dear, I've seen it once. Many years ago.
It's a great film.
My gut reaction was Seattle, so I'll stick with that.
It's Aspen in Colorado, the ski resort Aspen.
Of course, he gets his tongue stuck to the thing and everything, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, tough one. Let's finish off on music. Let's see if you can get 2 out of 3. Well, I think this is a gimme, if I haven't already asked you before.
Who was the guitarist in the Red Hot Chili Peppers when they appeared on The Simpsons?
Which boy band had a 1999 hit with Keep On Moving?
Haha. It's the wonderful Five Ive, of course.
It is Five Eyes. Very good.
So that's 2 out of 3. I think that's my best return.
It is. That's bumped your overall percentage up to 40%.
Oh,
That's
fantastic.
not bad.
Hey, we're moving in the right direction. I'll take that.
Great stuff. Time now to get on with the main topic at hand, which is driving school. The late 90s reality TV program, which I think was one of the very first reality TV programs of all, really, wasn't it, Stu?
Yeah, I think so. When we discussed this briefly a couple of episodes ago, I posited the theory that Maureen might well be... You all right there?
I could have edited that out if you just carried on, but yet again, you've made me keep it in by talking.
Sounded like some fine china clinking over there.
It's my my pencil jar, which is next to my... I was just furiously trying to log on to Wikipedia to research when driving school aired because I realised I didn't know. Terrible preparation, which
we're really letting daylight in upon magic here. Blimey.
Yeah. There's a little bit too much daylight and not enough magic in this episode. Let's just say that.
As I was saying, I posited the theory that Maureen might well be Britain's first reality TV star, and I can actually answer that for you, Alex. The first episode of Driving School, the episode we're going to look at in detail tonight, first aired at 8 p.m. on the 10th of June 1997, and this was a very big sort of car time for me. I was 8 years old, and I loved any program that had cars in it or was based on cars, so I definitely would have been watching this. Like I say, I watched anything with cars in it. I remember I was trying to think of the sort of different car-based programs that I would have watched during this time, and one that came immediately to mind was one called Blues and Twos. I don't know if you remember this.
I recognise the name.
Yeah. ITV program, sort of 24 hours with the police kind of thing that they do now on Channel 4, but this was more traffic cop kind of thing, but also with like the ambulance and the fire service as well. And again, much like the Trivial Pursuit video we spoke about, I saw some harrowing things on that program that maybe I was too young to see. So sticking to things that had a bit more of a light-hearted bent to them, like Driving School, probably served me a little bit better than the more harsh reality police procedural programs did, I think.
Yeah. I think I watched it. I definitely remember bits of it. I'm not sure why. I'm kind of surprised I did watch it, but maybe it was the same as you in that I just liked anything to do with cars. I'm sort of amazed my parents would have watched this, would have wanted to watch it. So maybe they were just watching it because I wanted to. But I definitely remember bits of it. I'm interested to see what it looks like now and exactly what happens, and most importantly, what other metal was on the roads back then. There's going to be a lot of car spotting in this watch along. I'm really hoping I don't get carried away and just sit there listing the cars I spot.
Definitely. Now, neither of us have watched this back before, listeners, so we are going to be experiencing it for the first time, as you are, if you are preparing to watch along with us, and we will try and talk you through it in the It'll Be Alright in the 90s way, which we hope you'll enjoy.
Absolutely, yes. We will put a link below to find where you can watch this yourself. It is on iPlayer. It's also on YouTube. I'm going to attempt to make a visual version of this episode, the whole episode, like the current trend, as the current trend is with podcasts. So have a look on your YouTube and see if that has happened. If it hasn't, if I've struggled for any reason, you will just have to find the episode yourself and watch it along with us as we give our usual commentaries. So we hope you enjoy it.
You can only assume, if the visual episode does not appear, that we have been served a writ by either Maureen's lawyers or Johnny Herbert's lawyers.
That's true, yeah.
I'm ready if you are.
I am pressing play now.
And already I'm enthralled by the opening sequence, which is a red Fiat Punto being put through its paces by a learner driver, purportedly a learner driver.
Yeah.
And that really sets the scene, doesn't it?
It does, yeah. And I recognise that as Bristol as well, near up in Clifton.
This is Bristol and South Wales, absolutely. So it's got a local thing for us as well to be able to look at and see some of the local locations that we'll have been used to.
Yeah. This guy, Danny, has got a very Bristolian accent. That's unmistakable.
I'm very much looking forward to seeing more of these guys. I think these might be my favourites after Maureen and Dave.
Yeah.
And we get straight into it with the aforementioned Maureen and Dave and their famous blue Lada Riva.
Estate, no less. A very rare Lada Riva estate. I don't think there were many of them around.
Already arguing as they come out of the front door, which is a great sign before you go for any driving lesson.
Mm-hmm. And who is that narrating, Stu?
It's the late, great legend of the pod, Quentin Wilson.
Absolutely, yeah.
What do you think of the in-car decorations here, Alex?
Well, there's a Snoopy dashboard ornament, which I do really like. I do like Peanuts cartoons.
Sorry, the way she wangs that is clearly not a power-assisted steering car. The way she has to really, really wang that steering wheel around.
It's like she's moving an oil tanker, isn't it? It's a huge steering wheel.
What is that Fred Flintstone, I think?
I think it is, yeah. What's the football shirt? Is that Barcelona?
Yeah, it does look like Barcelona. It had a number 12 on it from the reverse angle. If we see it from the reverse angle again. There it is. Yeah, definitely looks like Barcelona to me, but they're in sort of South Wales here, aren't they? So
yeah, it's unusual. Right, hang on. I just have to go onto the AA database and see if I can find what's happened to that Lada Riva, because we've just seen the number plate.
There's a lovely little set piece here with Maureen and Dave in the car where she says she spends most of her income on driving lessons and Dave can't wait for her to pass. Now, these guys in the A-Reg Datsun, this is unbelievable. What we have here, listeners, if you're not watching along with us, is a man attempting to teach his wife to drive by having her in the backseat of the car, talking him through what he should be doing, and there is an old English sheepdog in the front passenger seat.
For some reason, the dog gets precedence over the woman who is actually learning to drive.
It's bizarre, and it sort of looks like a teddy boy here with a flying jacket on as well. You got the gold signet rings.
It is a feast for the eyes. I don't know if that's his natural hair colour either. I shouldn't really be commenting on people's appearance, but I just have to point that out.
I think we can see it sort of brushing off on the headlining when we go back to an interior shot of the car.
Yeah, or maybe it's the headliner that's brushing off on his head. I mean, it's an old Datsun, isn't it?
I can't believe that this guy would be so precious about what at the time was a 15-year-old Datsun.
Yeah, exactly. Right, hang on, let me get this number plate. It's an A plate, 81. Is that a BDP? It's BDP.
It is, yeah, yeah. A few bits of tin on the side of the road there. Mark 1 Fiesta, red Mark 1 Fiesta in the background. Absolutely lovely.
Now this is Bristol, isn't it? I think.
He has to duck the head. He has to duck the dog's head down in order to pull out at a junction.
There's a lovely wedge haircut there with one of the youngsters they've just cut to.
Yeah, it's Christmas time. The lad in the front on the right has a lovely Puma King t-shirt on there.
Yeah.
I suppose really I've got to prove something.
This looks like chaos. Do you reckon they've been asked to play up to this, or do you think this is how it probably was from day to day?
I think this is slightly staged. It has to be. Lovely net curtains.
Right, we're back with Maureen and Dave, and now they're just about to join the dual carriageway.
This isn't the classic scene, is it? It can't be.
I don't know. We'll find out. A lovely bronze Montego there.
I love a Montego.
Renault 21 as well.
Yeah, the Montego's got a Heck blend for car fans. They'll know what that means.
Oh, here we go. I think this might be she's slowed down to an absolute crawl.
To get off the slip road.
Oh man. Now we're too far over. And now we attempt the move with a Mark III Cavalier. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear.
What's the matter with you? Bloody that far, I
The famous line, "I could have been off."
No, the only place she would have been off was into the grass verge.
Well,
It's definitely a Barcelona shirt, by the way. It just
Okay.
turned around then enough for me to see.
Okay. An update on the vehicle registration for the Lada. It is untaxed. Tax is due as of 19th of July 1999. It does seem to have an MOT though, but there's no details. And it was first registered in 1991.
Okay, so it was only sort of 5 or 6 years old when they made this program then.
Unbelievably, that Lada Reaver was only 8 years old, 6 years old even.
So we're now cleaning toilets in a police station.
That's probably in my top 3 least desirable jobs.
Yeah.
Not the toilets. The
Maureen
police
is
station.
saying here that passing her driving test would be her ticket out of this job. She wants to go out on her own. She wants to set up her own cleaning business.
Yeah.
She doesn't want to clean toilets in a police station, and I don't blame her. So I'm right behind her. I really hope she passes.
Yeah.
Hello, Paul. Not too bad, thanks.
So now we have Joan, who is now taking a driving lesson with a proper driving instructor. This guy looks like a driving instructor, doesn't he?
He does, yeah. He looks a bit nervous in a lovely Mark 1 Micro. No, not Mark 1, sorry, Mark 2 Micro.
Mm-hmm.
He's been offered us an opal fruit, which he has taken out of politeness, but he's just popped it to the one side. Do you notice that? He doesn't want to put it in his mouth.
I did notice that, yeah. Maybe she offered him some Jif cream as well before.
Yeah.
As an extra little perk there.
Okay, now so he's clearly one of our kind of guys here because he's a collector of die-cast cars here. Ah, brilliant! And he's using one of his classics, his vintage toy cars, to demonstrate how to do a reverse park. I think
That is a lovely white Micro.
it is. I love the wheels on those micros.
Every week, Maureen spends 5 hours.
So we switch then to Maureen, who is having a proper driving lesson with an instructor. What car is she driving here? She won't be in the Lada now, will she?
No, interesting teal seat belts there. Must be a special edition of whatever it is.
Can you see the beaded seat cover as well?
Oh, I missed it.
Did you
great.
spot that?
That's great though.
Pull up, stop, and reverse into it, staying reasonably close to the curb.
It's the reverse round the corner. Have I told you about the reverse round the corner on my driving test?
I don't remember. Remind me.
Well, I got failed on my reverse round the corner for not stopping because there was a pedestrian crossing the road behind me. But the pedestrian was about half a mile away. And I stand by that to this day, and I will die on that hill. But there was no need for me to fail that driving test.
Yeah, that sounds like some money must have passed hands there.
I can still see the guy's face. I haven't forgiven him. I haven't forgotten
This
him.
is Joan's last chance to
Oh, I really recognise these streets.
reversing round a corner.
This is your neck of the woods, right?
It is absolutely, yeah. Oh, there it is. It's a 106. It's a Peugeot 106.
Beautiful.
Do I mean?
Seatbelts match the paintwork, so to speak.
Yeah, it must be a special edition. I'm telling you.
Look at that lovely L plate. Can we have a check on that reg plate, please?
Oh yeah, good idea. I have to wait for it to come up again. I missed it.
No, don't worry. I've got a photographic memory for these things. L738CNY.
Oh my god, you really do. Hang on. Say it again.
L73. Well, it's just come up on the screen again now. L738CNY.
So you're really picking up now. You're getting the understanding.
And Maureen's done the reverse round the corner. She's absolutely delighted.
And it's not by luck or judgment, it's by proper planning. Yeah.
Ah, it's Sorn. SORN.
Bags of screws over there.
The MOT expired in 2007.
£2 an hour. As a drying
Well,
instructor, you don't earn much money.
2007, it had a good innings. It went on for another 10 years after this program was made.
Increase
Yeah.
my earnings significantly would be by going solo and not using the agency.
That's a good thick carpet, isn't there? In the driving instructor's house there.
I'm looking at the wooden sort of armrests on the sofa there as well. My grandparents had wooden armrests on their sofa.
I mean, so uncomfortable if you want to stretch out, isn't it?
If you draw alongside that red Fiesta.
So Joan is learning to drive in a beautiful... No, she isn't. I thought she was in the red Mark III Fiesta, but she's not. That was a red herring there that was put in there.
Literally a red herring. It's a rival driving instructor.
Well, not
And they've just stopped to have a chat. Joan doesn't look
I've
pleased.
given it some serious thought, has to be said.
That other driving instructor is very much a red shirt in this scenario.
Just behind your car.
The proverbial red shirt.
Okay, Joan, take it away.
Pam Carr and Paul Farrell once taught at the same driving school.
Now, see, I was failed for that. That's what I was. That's exactly what I was failed for.
Business operator with a strong eye for
Yeah.
presentation.
This is quite a nice skirt, but I don't know whether it'll be a bit big. And I'm
Oh,
not
hang on, the
used to
red
it.
shirt has
I'd like
become
to be comfortable in the
a bit
car
more
when
of a
I'm
major
teaching.
player in the
Yes,
story.
that'd be good
Yeah.
because I've got maneuverability.
We're now sort of
Yeah.
fashion shopping for driving instructors.
Mm.
When I give you the signal which is stop, I want you to stop promptly under full control, imagining somebody steps out in front of us.
Still no opal
Bear in
fruits
mind,
have been
the road
consumed here.
is
This lesson has gone on for quite a long time as well, it would appear. Because it's now the middle of the night.
Yeah, that's true. That emergency stop, he says, imagine there's someone that steps out in front of the road, but there is someone in the middle of the road because the camera is placed right in the middle of the street,
Yeah.
which is
Just a moment.
kind of risky.
That must have been terrifying for the cameraman.
Good afternoon, Streetwise Drivers Club.
Have a check of this mobile phone.
Lovely. It's got one of the aerials you have to pull out.
Yeah. Absolutely superb.
Have you driven
Uh,
before?
It's taking a turn now, isn't it?
Well done, Danny.
Interesting choice to show under the curtain in the ladies' changing room. I'm not sure what that's all about.
Dennis in love.
Right, now we've got a football shirt here, Stu.
Bristol City home. Easy.
He's rather keen to escape
This is such a 90s house. Look at the interior decor in this house.
but right
Dado
now,
rails left,
only
right,
thing on
and
his mind
centre.
Yeah.
is his girlfriend.
Oh, he wants to pass his test so he can go and visit his girlfriend.
Trouble is, Gillian lives 200
Great
miles
TV
away.
cat there, just staring out in alarm at the camera.
To get close.
And he's on
Massive-
a massive
Massive
roller
gold
skates.
earring as well. Massive roller skates.
I want to learn to drive because
I'm so glad we're doing this. This is brilliant.
it would take me out of the last phase
I reckon
of being a kid.
that area he's in, that's an outer suburb. If it is Bristol,
It would feel
you're looking
like
at something
maybe
like
the next step into adulthood.
maybe a Southmead, maybe a
Hengrove,
Brackley Stoke, yeah,
Brislington.
Hengrove. Yeah. Well, I'm in Brislington now. That ain't no Brislington.
How dare you? Classic 90s litter bin in the bottom left-hand corner.
Oh, yeah, look at that. What's the most 90s bin?
And a classic 90s telephone box, to be fair. It's all
Yeah.
here. Classic 90s street furniture.
Hello, is that Gillian? Alright, my lover. How are you?
Yeah. He's playing up for the cameras there with that all right, my lover.
The new theory test. She hopes her 400 lessons will help her with.
Now we're in bed with Maureen.
That was a follow-up series, wasn't it? Short-lived.
So I'm gonna call you
The
up
chat
and
show. Yeah.
take you out somewhere nice.
Yeah, it didn't go very well.
There is a Rover Metro there just peeping into shot. I think you can see that.
Yeah, I love that Sierra, though, next to the bin.
Yeah, that's nice.
What a beauty.
That could be an XR4.
It could very well be. It's definitely got a look of a 4x4 about it, hasn't it?
Good. I love you loads. Bye-bye.
Parked in a bus stop though, by the looks of it. That's no good, is it?
So, no, quite correct, quite correct. Normally, and Dave shouldn't be driving around with Maureen's L plate still on either. I'll just point that out.
Maureen still nagging.
Normally, when I watch these sorts of things, there's somebody that I find myself taking against, and I don't want them to succeed for whatever reason. Like they've
Yeah.
come across badly to me or whatever. But the three people we've met in this first episode, I want all three of them to pass.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
They're all seemingly good eggs.
Yeah, absolutely.
Good Wessex eggs. Apart from Maureen, I guess. South Wales. Not quite Wessex.
Well, we'll make an honorary good Wessex egg, shall we?
Yeah. The cat's still there. Love that cat.
Keeping everyone
Oh.
Oh, look at that!
What's going on there? He's got micro machines. I can't work out what the console is, though.
That's Mega Drive. Sonic
Okay.
2 was there.
When I went on holiday, when
He's
I
a
passed
musician
my
as
test,
well.
If I passed my test, one of
And
the
he's got
teachers was
curtains.
autistic, so I drove up
This
to
is
my
fantastic.
shop and be with her, and we won't have to rely on the coaches anymore.
You have to wonder what became of. Obviously, we know what became of Maureen, but we don't know what became of either of the others. I'd like to know already.
Hmm.
This is very atmospheric now, isn't it?
Yeah. It's going to be an early rise, isn't it?
Yeah.
Look, David, it's no good. We can't go on like this.
God, no.
I gotta do it, please.
Oh,
Okay.
all right, I'll tell you, but I want to...
Well, how do you think I feel? It's not only a theory test.
I-
I've got 2 hours of
What we're
driving.
seeing here is Maureen is desperately trying to read her theory test book in the middle of the night. She's woken up. Is it Dave?
Yeah.
Yeah, woken Dave up to help her revise the theory test.
There's horrible parallels here with Wife of the Pod Beth already being asleep and me finding a fact in the PFA Footballers Fact File 99-2000 that I have to wake her up to impart. And we're off again.
Oh, nice Mickey Mouse sports jacket she's got there. It's very cool.
The vehicle begins to skid. What is the first thing you should do?
She's not going to drive the bus, is she?
Quickly pull out the handbrake.
It's quite atmospheric the way they've intersected the image with the audio from a different
Yeah.
scene.
I have to say, this is really well made so far.
Yeah.
She's walking very quickly.
It'll be easy to brake.
I mean,
Oh, she's off to the police station, of
Ah.
course.
It's a very early start.
The vehicle comes up quickly behind, flashing its headlamps. Should you accelerate to maintain a gap behind you?
Does anyone still own or wear those sort of
Maintain your speed and
kind of, I don't know how you describe that, sort of pinafore
Yeah.
overalls, overshirt style thing?
allow the vehicle to
Very
Think-
of the period.
I think I'm going to get one for housework from now on.
Yeah,
See
you
if I can
should.
get hold of one. Yeah.
You should.
Well, here we go. It's a technological miracle again here with Streetwise of Bristol.
Yeah, I think I might very well have cycled up that hill this morning. It looks so familiar. I think it might be Kingswood.
With 20 pupils, Pam's business, Streetwise, is in rude health.
Ah,
But she's looking for
we had a brief
partner.
glimpse of a 90s kitchen there.
That's a very shallow garage. Did you see that?
Oh, I didn't notice it.
It was only about half a foot deep.
Just for leaning a bike up in.
It would be nice to have Paul work alongside
Yeah,
me.
90s tiles,
He's
90s
quite
fittings,
being on his own.
90s phone.
My parents had almost exactly those cupboards and drawers in their kitchen when they first moved in to the house that they are now.
As a Christian, it's our duty to give back 1/10 of our earnings.
Well,
to God.
this is possibly the least surprising development of the first episode so far, I would say.
Yeah, I think so.
That eat lots and lots.
Maureen's driving instructor is a man of the church,
But I kind of feel it's something
and he wears an
something I
anorak.
want to do.
But that was a white Renault 5 parked outside the church
It
there.
was, yeah. So we'd be saying that's
his.
his personal car, maybe?
Fairly interesting piece
Surely
of
driving instructors drive their instructors' cars, don't they?
unpredictable,
Yeah, you would imagine so.
quite elderly sometimes.
I mean, if it's a continuity error, you're not going to pull the wool over our eyes, are you?
No,
Maybe
not us.
they
Not us.
have had 5 or 6 instructors previous to me.
If any of the cars we've seen so far are still going, that Renault 5, I would hazard, is the one with the best chance.
However, why don't you try an automatic? And they thumb
Some
through
very
and
90s
I
spectacles here as well, I would say.
Mm.
Whether
Yeah.
I can think of lots of people in the public eye who had spectacles like that in the 90s. In fact, our most 90s touring car driver, Patrick Watts, used to race wearing glasses like those.
Wow.
For each question, you must find the right answer or answers.
The written test is Maureen's first exam.
So Maureen is now sitting down to take the theory test. Did you take your test in a room like this? I think I just did mine on a computer, I think.
Yeah, I
On a
did
computer with other people there as well.
Yeah, I did it in a room in Bath that was right next to the railway line, and it literally did rumble every time a train went past.
Danny's drive for freedom begins.
There's a sort of patchwork metro.
That is great. Yeah,
Did you see that?
metro van. Yeah. Oh, I think this is. Oh no. Okay, I don't know where it is. I think that might be Southmead.
Okay, this
Think
is
I-
the young lad with the fashionable driving instructor from Streetwise.
Oh, he
Oh.
stalled it. I think he stalled it.
P97RHY. Any gen on that one?
Say that again. Sorry.
P97RHY.
And we won't steer into the van. We'll leave the van alone a little bit.
Just P97. There's not a missing number there.
No,
We're actually going to.
No, nothing comes up.
nothing there. Okay.
Says no details available.
Right. Now don't accelerate. Just
We are plumbing new depth. This is now us watching a TV program Me reading out registration plates and you looking them up on the DVLA website.
Yeah, well, you never know what you're going to find out. Oh, did you see that Mark II
Of
Escort?
course I saw it.
Lovely Mark II Escort. Yeah, I've had driving lessons down these streets. That's the last thing I'm going to say, referencing where it is, because it means nothing to anyone else.
It's halfway through the exam and
Oh,
everyone
no.
else has gone home.
Oh no.
Maureen,
Do you
however,
think this is genuine? Do you think they played it up for the cameras? It's hard to know, isn't it? With these early days of reality TV, how much they've mugged up.
Did Quentin say it was halfway through the exam and everyone else had gone home?
Yeah, I think so.
So presumably there's an allotted time that everyone else had finished well within.
Yeah.
And Maureen was still going.
Yeah.
Well, I think so. If it wasn't, it should have been. Into first gear.
I cannot see past that truck.
Little bit of gas.
Who was she talking to?
I really don't know.
Oh, it's an examiner.
Okay, I'll check your mirrors. Nobody's on your tail. Now you're round.
Very, very slowly inching
Hmm.
down the road after
Yeah.
pulling out of the junction. Fiesta Finesse there, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, it's a
Well,
finesse, is it? I was thinking it
I
might
think
be a
so.
base model.
No, it's definitely a more
ends his
upmarket
first
model.
lesson. Joan begins her third test in the automatic micro.
Oh, that was his first lesson. I didn't realise.
Oh, blimey.
Wow.
My name is Pete. What would you like me to call you?
Joan. I'm Joan.
Okay, Joan.
Well, Joan
Who's
is
that in the
actually...
back?
Test will last
The instructor.
Is that allowed?
when you're ready.
He's operating her with strings and levers. Yeah,
We're getting clues as to the time of year this is filmed as well, because the examiner is wearing one of those sort of humorous polyester Christmas ties.
Oh yeah, well spotted, yeah. So Joan is actually doing driving automatic only here. So yeah, if anyone listening ever had their instructor in the back of their driving test car, I'd be interested to know. It's surprising.
But what can they do? Surely they can't advise or do anything.
No, just adds more pressure, doesn't it? I guess I suppose if she fails, he can say like, "This is where you went wrong."
And I have to say,
Come on, Joan, get a grip. Get a grip, Joan.
Oh, they've sort of dubbed over his internal thoughts.
oh, I thought that was the examiner saying that.
Surely the examiner will be saying, "Get it together, Joan."
Oh dear,
This is not good, isn't it?
this is not going well at all.
Just relax, just for a few seconds.
Yeah.
Think what you're doing, Joan.
Oh no, sorry, you're quite right. That they have. This is the high production values of driving school. They have
Yeah.
dubbed the instructor's internal monologue over the footage.
Start from the beginning.
That examiner reminds me of somebody as well, but I don't know who.
Yeah, he does remind me of someone as well.
Yeah.
He looks like 1 in 3 men in 1996, I think.
Oh, Joan, put it in drive, take the handbrake off, and push the accelerator.
I expect I just put it round too much.
Well done. There we go. We're off. We're off and running. We're off and running.
There we go.
There we go.
Oh, remember that
I'm
L716.
sitting here at the moment, waiting for the results of my thesis.
RYA.
And the suspense is
This is a
really
gift you've got, you know, a real gift.
It's now 10:30.
I can't remember anything else. It's
In
been
another
proved many
half hour,
times on this
I'll have the
podcast.
envelope that says,
Our vehicle details
"I
could not be
passed."
found
As
again.
Bob Munco says, I know I'm a
Maureen's
son,
waiting
please
for
make
the
me a
results of a theory test to be delivered by post. And she knows the time that the postman is going to arrive as well.
At the traffic lights, turn to the
Who
right.
amongst us can say these days we know exactly when the postman or woman or person is going to arrive?
We used to be a proper country, broken Britain, etc., etc. Is that a budgie cage in the background there?
Yeah, there's definitely something moving around in it. That is not big enough for a bird.
What's that? You remember the warlord who drank the poison on the stand? That's what that reminded me of. Then.
Let's go a bit faster.
Can I say that? I think I can say that, can't
I don't know what you're referring to.
I? Okay, well, don't
Oh,
worry.
okay. Like you're talking about like a Milosevic style.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to look that up
I
after.
failed again. Whoop.
Stop raining.
Don't talk about the weather,
Don't
Joan.
talk about the weather, Joan.
Focus on the road.
Oh, here we go.
There it is.
The postman's filmed that himself, it appears, as well.
Yeah, what's going on there?
It's now 2:15. The post still hasn't arrived.
Right, well, shortly I
So that was footage of someone else's post box.
Stop.
Here
it
he
is.
comes.
Here it comes.
Mark 1 Cavalier just there as well, I think.
Stop.
Well done, Joan.
That's good. That's an above average emergency stop there, I think.
Drive on now, Joan, when you're ready, please. Try and relax a little bit if you can.
Right.
Oh,
Oh, fantastic. Fantastic, Maureen. Great surprise acting there.
come on, Maureen. Come on, pass the theory. Come on.
Open the letter and then let that poor bodgy out, for God's sake.
I can't bear this.
No, this is TV tension.
She's really making a meal of opening that envelope, it has to be said.
Stop milking it, Maureen. God.
Oh no. Oh no.
I think based on that reaction, she has failed her theory tests. I
I'm
didn't
guessing
realize.
that's her mum.
Yeah, I didn't realize she was there. Okay, Maureen is genuinely upset here. That's
Oh, I'm not
She
gonna
is.
say
a bit
anymore.
troubling.
Sorry.
I'd love to know what it was that
People involved
tripped her
in
up.
it. I can't keep going all the time. And what with holiday next year, I can't afford it. I gotta have a break. It's getting me down.
Oh, Maureen.
I tried.
Lovely backseat heater, though.
And a nice carriage clock on top there.
Yeah.
Classic 90s carriage clock.
Would you stop your engine now and take your seatbelt off?
Right, let's find out how Joan did.
Well, that's the end of the test, Joan. And I'm pleased to tell you you've passed.
Good lord.
Joan passes the test on the automatic.
First episode.
Oh, thank you. I passed.
That's great.
Little smackaroo for the instructor as well in the back seat.
Oh.
All the opal fruits you can eat. Oh,
Okay.
Maureen.
Maureen is properly upset here.
She really is.
You forget there's real people behind these characters, Stu.
Thanks, Paul.
Absolutely. I'm genuinely gutted. I am.
Oh,
Yeah.
Paul, it's Pam here. I've just had a phone call and I'm ringing you straight away because I think this might be just up your street. I found,
what's going on here?
should I say, a pair of
Cabot
twins, a
Tower
boy
there
and a
in,
girl. They fancy a bit of an intense
believe in
over
Bristol.
Christmas holidays and so forth. Yeah, so if you could just sort of. Help
Why
me
is
out
the other
and
instructor
let's all
phoning in
get
from the
used
top
to
of
the
Cabot
weather.
Tower? Is that where they get the best reception?
I don't know. Is that where
I've got
Hannah
to get
Kelly?
higher. I've got to get higher and ring him.
This is where Hannah Kelly was doing her DJ set from.
Streetwise.
I don't know what was going on there. Why was he back out in the Renault 5 and then?
Yeah.
But the big question is, will the name Streetwise appeal to my more mature people?
Oh, is she trying to recruit him to join her company, Streetwise?
Ah, yes, and he's asking the question in church, isn't he?
Yeah.
Aye, aye.
Oh, there's a little snippet of what's coming from the next episode.
Jane's back on the buses. She buys a car, but bottles out.
Oh no.
Oh,
It's time for the twins to meet Pam.
Oh, and we've got some new people coming in as well.
nice.
And Dave continues to steer Maureen away from disaster.
Come on, then. You know full well, Quentin. That's from this episode. That's not coming up on the next one. You just wanted to show it again.
And that's the episode.
There we go.
I loved that.
That was a lot of
Listeners,
fun.
We have to say, you really will get the full benefit if you watch along with us, if you can. Hopefully our commentary does it justice if you just listen, but please do watch along if you can. I don't think we can stop there. I think we're going to have to do the whole series, aren't we?
We could do a sub-series, you reckon?
Just every few weeks, can we do another driving school? Please, for me.
Well, let's see what the ratings are like on this episode and then decide.
Okay. All right, then. We'll leave it in the hands of you, the listener, as always.
We could always just do it between ourselves. We don't have to record it.
Yeah, that's true. We could just do our own podcast.
Well, that's Driving School, episode 1, Stu.
I enjoyed that so much. I really did. I was invested in the sort of main three characters from the start. I know we're talking about the main three characters being the people who are learning and taking the tests, but the driving instructors as well, you get interested in. There's so much going on. There's so much going on in the background, so much 90s street furniture and so many 90s cars to look at. Absolutely brilliant. I really don't think we can stop there. Come on, listeners, you know what to do. Tell us you like this sort of thing, and we'll do some more. Please, go on.
Yeah, any listeners who are still listening to this episode, do get in touch and tell us you want more if you do.
It's all Mark from Glasgow's fault. I wouldn't have known it was there if he didn't put it in his Instagram post a few weeks ago, so blame him.
Yeah, you better bloody be listening, Mark. Jeez. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. It's a real timepiece. It's very gentle, isn't it? And seems so innocent in the current world, 2026 and everything that's going on. It just seems so nice and sedate. It was a different time, the mid-90s, of course, 97, the new world. But yeah, we'll see. Maybe we'll do some more.
Different times, better times, as we always say.
If you want to get in touch with any thoughts on driving school or any other topics we've talked about in this episode, please look at the episode description below. You'll see the link to our link tree, and you can find all the ways to contact us on there. So please do get in touch. Stu, we don't know what we're doing next week, do we?
No, we don't. I know we've got a few ideas. We've got a few irons in the fire. As always, we will let you know as soon as we can, and we will be back in a couple of weeks with some more 90s for you.
It just remains for me to say thank you for listening. We hope you enjoyed the episode. Stu, you silly sod, you could have had me off then.
And it's goodbye from me. The thing about Alex is he basically doesn't care about anything or anybody. He never admits his mistakes. It's always someone else's fault. He never thinks he's to blame for anything, which riles me. You can go out with him and he goes over the top. He doesn't know when to stop. He's got a plane now.